Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name's Morgan. So today I wanted to talk all things eyeshadow palettes. So I have been doing a ton of makeup looks on my Instagram, which that's a good plug. If you want to see more, especially some fun tutorials, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I do some really fun looks. And a lot of times I like to do tutorials on there because I can really interact with everybody pretty immediately. So yeah, I have 5 palettes that I have literally been living for. Literally with these 5 palettes, I can do almost any look under the sun, except for this look I added a couple stones, or not stones, but little details. But literally I can do anything with these palettes. So without further ado, if you want to see my 5 top palettes at the moment, then let's get started. No one can do it like you. Alright guys, so for my first palette, and these are in no particular order, I am going to talk about the Jeffree Star Cremated palette. Now, this palette is absolutely perfect because it is all neutrals. Now, just to show you what this looks like. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely pretty. So it's a mixture of, I guess you could say foiled, some of those that are really flaky, and then you have the most perfect mattes, and then you have these shimmers. So I'm just going to go through and swatch some of these. Jeffree Star does have some of the best eyeshadow formulas, no matter what your opinion is on him. Some of the best eyeshadows on the market. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch some of these for you. I'm going to take this guy here, Angel of Death, and just show you. I mean, this is literally looks like leather on the eye. And then I'll take Pallbearer, which is another really shiny one. I'll put that right next to it. And this one is just like actual glass on the eyelids. So one of my favorite mattes in this is called Last Respects. And it's one of the most interesting looking taupey browns I've ever seen. And so I can't get over it. So then one of my favorite highlight shades is Afterlife. And this is beautiful on the face. It's beautiful as your inner corner highlight, your lids for like a simple look. And then let me swatch one more. Let's do more of the brown. And so this one is Mausoleum. So this is a brown based with a silver shine. So anyway, but that's just a little tidbit. The mattes, the shimmers, everything, literally perfection. So yeah, I definitely have been gravitating towards this a lot, and if anything, I've used it in almost every eye look I've done the past 2 months because it's got something I need always. So especially if you have a bunch of palettes like I'm about to show you that are a bunch of colors, this one will have shadows in it that will help finish off. So for my next eyeshadow palette, this one is the James Charles palette. Now this is a massive, I mean, look at this, massive palette. Now this is one that you can take with you and you will be able to do just about anything. So absolutely every color you could ever want. I love this palette because of this row. I love this palette because of this row right here, and I think it was genius of James because making these bigger, these are colors that you use all the time. And yes, this is still new, I haven't dug into every single color, but literally, I know I'm set when I have this palette. So it does have a mixture of shimmers and mattes. You don't really have super foiled shadows in this one. So I'm gonna just kind of bounce around and show you some of the formulas. So I'm gonna take this really pretty red shade. Oh, my hand is still covered. So I'm going to dig into this red shade. And I don't have the names because I didn't keep the sleeve in it, so yeah. So red is a really hard shade to get right, and they did it. They did it. So I'm going to do this olive, more shiny shade. And so even the shines, it's really great. And then this purple shiny one is, oh my gosh. And not all of these swatch perfectly, but this one's got this blue reflect to it that is just gorgeous. And this is really pretty as a topper. And so let's just see what the black looks like. Really great black. Nice and dark there. And then, just to show you some of these really pretty brighter shades. So here's the blue. I'm telling you, the pigment on these are fantastic. It's not the best swatch in the world, but there you go. And then this really pretty bright pink. And then we'll put a yellow on here just so you can see. So pigmented and just, anyway. So this is another one that I know for a fact I have the color I need. Yeah. Way to go, James Charles. All right, I just realized that a lot of these are collaborations with brands and influencers, but it's okay. So my next is the Mmmmitchell and Beauty Bay palette. Now this one's really interesting because the packaging's fun. So you have this guy here, and hi, there I am. And then you take it out. Now this has a removable mirror. See? So it's magnetic. So you've got a warm side and a cool side, and then this one has things like these foils here, and then really, really pretty mattes, and you have shimmers as well. So let's swatch some. So one of my favorite shades, which I actually have on my eyes, go check out my Instagram for this tutorial. Another plug for my Instagram. But is this shade called Moody Mitch. I can't get over how pretty that blue is, and it's like a denim navy blue. Ugh, just so good. And swatch is so pretty. So then this color Michelle is this really, really pretty shimmery pink. I haven't used this one yet, but and it's got that slight shift in blue. Yes, yes, yes. And then one of the ones that's really fun is called, let's see, Marine. And this one's a little flaky, and I use this on my eye look today as well. But it has it almost goes sheer, but looks like it's got a pink and blue shift in it. You see that? Just nailed it. Like, this is really pretty when you do looks like this and want kind of a funky looking highlight, and if you wanted to do a colorful highlight on your face, it's a good one. So then I have to swatch the one called Morgan, which is the most pretty purple. It's like he was thinking of me when he did this because I love purple. And again, just nailed it with these colors. I can't get over it. And then let's do, I'll show you the orange in this because it's really pretty. And the orange is called Mental. That orange is a really, really good formula. Like, it just feels really good when you swatch it. And then just let's add another shimmer. So I'm gonna take Master. And again, I haven't used all of these yet. It'll take me a long time to get through all of them. But this is another really pretty one. This is another palette that I feel like when I take it with me, I know I have a look for anything. So yeah, just so pretty. But anyway, yes, this Mitchell palette is hands down worth every penny. And I'll make sure and have prices on everything and links to everything in the description box below. On to the next. Okay, so the next palette I'm going to show you is one that I have been itching lately to find a pastel palette or something that kind of fills that hole for pastels, and Morphe did it. This Icy Fantasy palette is, again, I'm going to say all of them are perfection because I'm showing you ones that I love, but it's amazing. And I think it's like $25. I swear, these palettes are amazing, amazingly priced. So you've got one fun glitter, and then you have a bunch of different shimmers, and then you have a bunch of different mattes. And so I'll go through and swatch some. So my favorite color in this is this periwinkle color. And something that I love about these, and you're gonna find this with pastels, they're not gonna be so pigmented. And I kind of want it that way. So this shade, this periwinkle shade, is actually what's all over my bottom cut crease. It's just everything. So then I'm gonna take this really fun kind of, I don't want to call it pukey green, but it is this. And then I'll take this fun purple. And this just had every color I needed. So it has pastel purple, blue, pink, yellow. This yellow's really great too. And you can get a big punch out of these because they seem more like pressed pigments. They are, I don't mind having kickback because I know that they are pressed pigments and they're gonna move around. And so when they're pressed pigments, I know that I can get a lot on my brush and really pack it on, especially if you wear a P. Louise base, just their normal bases, not the Rain ones. You can really pack it on. So then you have pastel orange. See? And then pastel red, more of a peach, but if you live in that red family, see? They just have every color. And then the glitter, I'm not gonna swatch the glitter because that'll get everywhere, but it's good. I've used it a couple times now, and you just use a glitter glue before you go in. Perfect. I wish they would make more palettes with the glitter, which I think they have done more, but anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a purple pastel, or a purple shimmer. Let's see if I can kind of in the same family, definitely more pigmented than the one that I swatched with James' palette. Oh, that's pretty. And then this one is really interesting. So it's like a mixture of gray and green. Yep, I need to use that soon. But that is such an interesting color. Let's see. Yeah, that's really pretty. But anyway, so these are really awesome, and they also have the same type of formula that the Mmmmitchell palette. So it's got that undertone where it starts out white and then goes to right there, and then creates a shine. You see that? It's really awesome. And then the best peachy nude shadow is in this palette, and it's this guy right here. Again, there's no names on it because I guess there is names, but I didn't keep the sleeve. Anyway. But this guy is the best peachy nude of all time. And I think it's because it has a little bit more peach than what I'm used to in most of the nude shadows. So, highly, 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 highly recommend this. And Morphe, please just make this permanent. Don't get rid of it. It's so good. Alright, next. Alright, so for my next palette, this is also one that is very big and has lots of colors. So this is the Bperfect and Stacey Marie collaboration. And it is the Carnival palette. Okay, let me open this bad boy. And they call it the Extra Large Pro palette, and it's true. I mean, look at this. So you have 3 big, I would call them highlight shades. So these are really great to highlight brow bone and all of that. And then also just when you're doing a basic shimmer on the lid. And then, of course, the absolute beauty that is all of these shadows. So you do have a mixture of shimmers and you do have mattes. So I'm going to show you some of my favorites in the palette. First is going to be Fortune. This is one of the prettiest gold shadows I've ever seen. So just to show you. I mean, look how easy. Just butter. And then, let's see, some of the other ones that I've used. This color called Basic is, like it says, it will go with almost any look you do in the crease. So pretty. And then let's do Temptation. This is a really pretty, reddy, coppery shimmer. And that's got a really dark base on it. I love that. And then I'm really drawn to the shimmers in this palette, but just to show you the lime green. They've also been teasing that she's coming out with another one with Bperfect, and I'm gonna have to get my hands on that. So again, lots of color, really, really great. And then this neon pink. Definitely the more bright shades I'm always wanting to look at first because I want to see how they perform. That tends to be the telltale sign if it's going to be a good palette or not. So same thing with the red. So like, look at that. Oh my goodness, that red is, woo, so good. And then just to show you these, the bigger shiny shades, this one's called Over It. Oh, and the red was called Inferno. I didn't say what that was. You see that? It's literally wet. So good. And then I'm taking Gold Luxe. I'm telling you. And then this one is Fair Play. Now this one I love using in my inner corner. Just love that gold. These guys are so pretty. So anyway, let me show you a blue, just to make it kind of even. So this one that I'm picking up is Make Waves. I mean, just... Anyway. So again, this is another palette that I know that when I take it with me, I will have a full look and will not second guess not having a color. But I also find myself, like even with this look today, I hopped around. So I used a pastel blue from the Icy Fantasy palette, and then I used one blue from the Stacey Marie palette, and then I used 2 blues from the Mmmmitchell palette. So having these palettes with me, I know that I can create literally anything. Alright guys, I know this was a super short video, but I wanted to show you the palettes I cannot keep my paws off of lately because they are just amazing. And I really haven't done anything tutorial-wise on my channel yet with these palettes, so stay tuned. And if you have a palette in mind, let me know which one you want to see first. Leave it in the comments below. And if you want any details, I'm going to leave all the links and prices and all that fun stuff in the description box below as well. So if you liked it, smash the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. We're doing tons of beauty stuff, reviews, and more tutorials. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Such a myth, don't resist, that's the myth. Who the myth? You the myth. We the myth, we the mythness. We the mythness.